Hello, I'm Alvaro Rajvanchi.
And I'm Azul Romeo Rodriguez. Welcome to Marquette Now. Coming up, stranger things happening on campus.
A cut for cause.
Crawling in the kitchen.
And later, out with the old and in with the new.
All that and more starting right now.
From the Jeannie Hayes Virtual Studio, this is Marquette Now.
Marquette Coin Laundromat is cooling off after a fire ignited one of the dryer vents last night. Students were forced to evacuate the campus town west apartments immediately.
No injuries have been reported, and the Milwaukee Fire Department quickly arrived to the scene.
Marquette University Police Department has not released a statement as to how the vent caught on fire. The following video contains flashing images. Viewer discretion is advised.
I was just sitting in my room, and I heard the sirens because I had my window open, and then I looked outside, and there was fire trucks coming down wells. So then I pulled my phone down and started recording it because one of my friends is always ranting about how he always hears sirens outside, so I was going to send it to him. And then I saw like a little banner outside of the dry cleaning doors, and that was like fully engulfed in flames. So then I like recorded that more, and then the cops just started blocking off the street, and then they like started putting the tape out. But like from where I saw it, being on like the west side of the building, it was just like by the dry cleaning doors, there was like the banner that was outside hanging over the door for like rain that was just like fully on fire.
Around 5:45 p.m. today, a false alarm in the Union Sports Annex triggered fire alarms in Campus Town East Apartments. The fire hasn't been the only safety debacle on campus. Marquette Now's Timothy Leteau goes digging for data.
Most cars on Wisconsin Avenue are driving on all four wheels, but as one incident back on March 31st goes to show, that's not always the case. A car on its side in front of the library. The driver under the influence of drugs, according to MUPD. It's the fourth drug-related incident MUPD has dealt with in a 5-week span. No one was injured in the accident, but experts underscore the severity of drug use.
I think everyone needs to be attuned to how lethal and how damaging a lot of the drugs that are out there, these synthetic drugs that didn't exist when I was in college.
The addition of fentanyl to a lot of different drugs that are utilized, that's always scary. I would say that is causing the increase in the drug-related deaths. I know Milwaukee County has seen quite the uptick over the last 2 or 3 years. It's very concerning.
Milwaukee County reports 59 fatal overdoses so far in 2022. There was a record 612 deaths in 2021.
The scary part about fentanyl is it gets added to things without the knowledge of the purchaser. So you think you're buying one thing and it has this fentanyl in it, and that causes the reaction that can be lethal at times.
It's not just an epidemic relevant to Milwaukee. The Drug Enforcement Agency released an emoji drug code sheet for friends and family to identify when their loved one may be ordering illegal drugs.
Everybody has their own free choice to do or not to do anything. That's just up to them to keep everybody else safe around them.
The 2020 death of business dean Joe Daniels is a stark reminder about the danger of cars and drugs. While the driver of the car that hit and killed Daniels was not proven to be intoxicated, drug paraphernalia was recovered from the car.
Police can't stop everything. I think the Marquette police force does a good job, but ultimately it's up to people to police themselves as to how they behave.
I'm Timothy Leteau, Marquette Wire News.
As Marquette Pride Week begins, the LGBTQ Research Center takes the steps to support the queer community. The clothing swap is more than just a place for students to pick up the new clothes.
We planned a clothing swap that's a gender-affirming clothing swap, so it allows the queer students in Marquette to find clothing that they might not be able to get at home or they might not have the money to buy, and it aligns better with their gender.
As well as being an inclusive event, the clothing swap supports sustainability and helps build up Marquette's community.
It's way better when you can like bring clothes somewhere that you know like people will immediately get to have them and like have them for free and like give them like literally to your friends and like just people in your community.
But supporting the queer community doesn't just stop after Pride Week.
We have been talking for a while how we want to have a closet in the center to allow students to come and find clothing that they would like to wear. So we were like, this is a great way to kickstart it, is just having a huge one and then hopefully like arranging our own closet in the center so that kids can come in all the time and look at clothes.
The LGBTQ Resource Center is hosting another Pride Week event throughout this week. Some of these events include Drag Queen Bingo and Pride Prom. All of these functions are meant to uplift and support the LGBTQ community on campus in a fun and inclusive way for everyone. The Marquette Journal, produced by the Marquette Wire staff, hits the shelves tomorrow. Timothy Leteau gives us a sneak peek into one of those stories.
There's something about working in dining services that brings people together.
Getting to know so many great people. You work with the same people every week and you get to form such great relationships because you're with them every week in really stressful circumstances sometimes. But getting to know the people that work here has been the most rewarding thing ever.
Getting to like meet the different people from different majors, different years, different backgrounds, and they're all from different places.
Whether it's your coworkers or your friends, or student workers or longtime employees.
I've been here 42 years. I started in 1980.
It's not just about making food and drinks. It's also about making smiles and making days brighter.
I want to try to make you have a good day with a smile. I try to always keep a smile on my face and whatever I can do to help make you have a better day.
And making best friends.
I met her on my first day at my job at the Brew, and I'm really grateful because she has become like my support system and she's become like my best friend here at Marquette too.
It's a two-way street between customer and employee.
There's times I've been blue or something like that and they find a way to make me smile, make me laugh.
In addition to the laughter created, homes are made here on this street too.
I feel this is like my home. I became a widow in March it'll be 2 years. I just feel like I'm at home. I'm part of a family, like we're one big family. We're all together. We look out after each other. We watch each other's back.
And that's why they love you. I'm Timothy Leteau, Marquette Wire News.
More journal videos will be posted to Marquette UTV YouTube. Tomorrow, and radio stories will be posted to SoundCloud. Marquette University student government brings a part of Stranger Things to Milwaukee. Grace Lamberson has the story.
Students get the chance to be a little more than strangers with Stranger Things actor Gaten Matarazzo. Marquette University student government hosts a conversation with Gaten for this semester's speaker event.
It was really great to be able to meet him and talk to him and ask him like integrate questions that I had into the event, and just being able to like actually like meet him and like learn who he is as a person was great.
Gaten answered a range of questions all about his career, his personal life, and his thoughts on the world.
I love that he mentioned about educating future medical professionals about his condition.
Well, cladocranial dysplasia is it's a genetic bone condition. It's usually hereditary, usually passed down through a family member, a parent. My case, I had the condition myself. My case specifically was spontaneous.
I just think that's really great what he's doing, and it's definitely important for me as a future medical professional to receive input like that and awareness about rare diseases.
The audience also got to ask Gaten some of their own questions.
I was so nervous when I asked my question, because I know he thought the question was pretty stupid, but I didn't think I would be able to sing with him.
You said what?
I know only some of those.
Some of it, me too. I only know. So we start. Oh God. Okay. Turn around. Look at what you see. You know the words. She literally went. That was amazing.
And he's pretty sweet. And I don't know, I just really enjoyed being here.
Gayton provided the audience with many words of wisdom to leave the event with.
I think it's a really good chance for Marquette students to meet people who are of influence and part of the entertainment industry, to also ask them what are their advice on life, and he gave a really good advice, which was to
chill out. That's it. Just take a chill pill. It's gonna be good. Just ride it out, enjoy yourself, stop feeling pressure. And I know that my future self now will look back and say the exact same thing to me right now.
Gayton Matarazzo, not in the Upside Down, but in Weisler Auditorium at Marquette University. This is Grace Lambertson, Marquette Wire News.
The Nuestro Hogar Living Learning Community is hosting a Quinceañeras event this Saturday. The event will be on the second floor of Mashuda Hall and will incorporate celebration and a chance for the LLC to enjoy themselves before the end of the school year.
Marquette University Student Government and the Black Student Council collaborate on a town hall event. Marquette University Student Government President Bridgman Flowers leads a conversation regarding mental health, respect, and more.
Putting it together was a lot of conversation. This was not just me. This was in collaboration with so many people from BSC, but also people from MUSG. And this was a group effort, and we really came together.
Events like this helps me to think about and hear the student perspective. And when we think about all the things we're doing at the university, whether or not it's student success or enrolling our students or retaining our students or graduating students, at the heart is making sure that we understand the experiences so we can use that information to move forward.
Marquette's Urban Scholars host a fundraiser for those in need.
Sarah Richardson tells us more on its impact on Marquette's community.
Haircuts for a good cause. A fortunate choice not everyone can make.
I mean, as urban scholars, we're supposed to be bringing awareness to injustices and stuff like that in the communities.
The 5th annual Fortunate Choices event challenges the Marquette community to donate 8 inches of hair or $8. Over $189 and around 100 inches of hair will be donated to the Children with Hair Loss organization.
It was the unfortunate choice that they lost hair, but it's our fortunate choice to give back.
But for Karina Belmontes, who started this event, giving back is a way of moving forward.
It's longer than a foot. So I lost my grandmother to cancer my junior year of college, and so for me, it's all for her. It's all in her memory that I do this.
Karina's mother, Gloria, especially feels the impact.
Es algo muy bueno para la comunidad porque nadie sabe lo difícil que es para una familia tener un familiar enfermo con cáncer. Sufre el familiar, sufre la familia y especialmente para una mujer perder su pelo es algo muy difícil porque es parte de su personalidad.
Belmontes will take the challenge to the next level.
Para la próxima vez que hagan el evento de Fortunate Choices, si cada Urban Scholars trae una persona para cortar el pelo, yo voy a dejar que me corten el pelo completamente, lo rasuren completamente.
Which for Belmontes is the most fortunate choice one could make. I'm Sarah Richardson, Marquette Wire News.
In a story on Marquette Now, April 6th, we said Xavier Cole is retiring. Dr. Cole is not retiring. This is an error on behalf of Marquette Now. The current acting vice president for Inclusive Excellence is Joya Creer, who succeeded William Welburn after his retirement late last August. Marquette Now regrets this error, and we are working to ensure that this will never happen again. We will be back after this break.
Have you ever seen somebody treated unfairly because of the color of their skin?
Do you guys know what it means to have white privilege?
What is racism and what do you think about it?
Talk to young children about what racism is, giving them the language to understand it. They can be disruptors. They can shape and shift culture.
We may not always know the answer, but we'll try and help you learn.
You don't have to have all the answers, but that doesn't mean we can't start.
There are a lot lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
What are you looking for?
Welcome back to Marquette Now. I'm Aviral Rajvanshi.
And I'm Azul Romero Rodriguez. Marquette Dining Services hosts cooking classes for students to understand the basics of cooking.
Marquette Now's Caleb Quazigro reports that another uncommon ingredient might be added into the mix.
Inside the AMU's Innovation Kitchen.
Hi, how are you?
Marquette Dining Culinary Director Gary Shruby hosts cooking classes. This week, stocks, sauces, and soups.
So, stocks, has anyone ever made a stock before? Like a chicken stock?
Stocks, however, might not be the only type of grub we'll be cooking up in the coming years.
Different cultures have been eating bugs forever. I mean, and it's just really starting. We've always looked at it as like this forbidden thing, right?
As forbidden as it may seem for some, many cultures, Asian, African, Latin American, and more, encompassing some 2 billion people around the globe, consider these creepy crawlies a more mainstream food source.
You know, in Colombia, they eat these ants, and they're really good. They really are. They're nice and crispy and crunchy. They got a nice nutty flavor.
While almost 2,000 types of these itty-bitty packs of protein are considered edible, experts found that 72% of all Americans are unwilling to let bugs tickle their taste buds.
I think I would like to try it, because obviously it might taste a little bit different.
Beetles and ants may not have been on the menu for this cooking class.
Their bugs are going to be on menus.
In the end, is there really anything more innovative than arthropods ending up on your plate? Buzzing off, I'm Caleb Quazigro, Marquette Wire News.
When you think of Division I athletes, you probably think of their skills on the field. For this Marquette athlete, the field is just one of the places they showcase their talent. Carson Hartsfield has more.
What may be a typical practice for the Marquette men's lacrosse team is just one of the many places Will Foster showcases his talents.
I thought I was trying to play college basketball all the way up until freshman year. Obviously, that plans change.
Now a Division I athlete.
Good, Foster, switch.
Sports aren't the only thing Foster's in tune with.
I sing here and there, a lot in the locker room and all that good stuff, but the first time it kind of officially happened was freshman karaoke on the bus ride back from our first game, Bellarmine.
To help our friends in need, you can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there.
Foster's music isn't just for the bus, it's also for the stage, the place he's picked up his musical skills.
My sisters both sing. Mom gave all three of us the gene, I guess. Dad's not much of a singer.
Foster hums along with the Golden Blues, Marquette's co-ed a cappella group, with the same energy he puts onto the field.
He's bright all the time, and I don't know how he does it, because he's got practice, he's got art practices, he's got homework, he's got working out. I would be dog tired around, but no, he always enters the room with his head held high, with a smile, always saying hi to everybody.
Everybody from both his teams.
Common denominator between the two are my relationships. These 50-50 guys are my brothers. I mean, I've never had a brother, so having them be really, really close to me, and I see them 90% of my day, it's fantastic.
Will Foster, greatest of all time.
I'm Carson Hartsfield, Marquette Wire News.
What do you get when you combine PVC pipes, hula hoops, dodgeballs, and volleyballs? With a quick Aloha Mora spell, one Marquette club teams opened their door to Wizarding World. Reporter Max Pieper has the story.
What may be a typical soccer field becomes a Quidditch pitch for Marquette University's Club Quidditch.
Inspired by the Harry Potter franchise, these Hufflepuffs bring to life the game of Quidditch through everyday objects.
You have your 3 chasers and a keeper and 2 beaters on every team. The chasers and the keeper try to score the quaffle through the set of 3 hoops, and then the beaters have the bludgers and they try to either hit. So it's basically just a dodgeball. They throw them at people. If you get hit with it, you have to like get off your broom, which is just a PVC pipe.
Quidditch pitch for Marquette University's Club Quidditch. For Captain Alex Morrison, the community of Quidditch extends far beyond Marquette.
The Quidditch community is super close, but also not just here. It's very close everywhere. When we go to tournaments, we're sleeping on people's floors. We're friends with all the other teams because it's a pretty, grassroots kind of club and system.
Although Quidditch is a competitive environment, the real magic is in the community for Marquette's team.
We all try our best, but we're honestly here more for the fun of it and the bonding and the team experience where, we try, but winning isn't the end all.
And part of the community's magic draws from some of the sport's finest.
My favorite characters are probably Fred and George. They're both beaters like I am here, and just seeing how much fun they have, I try to emulate that when I'm on the field.
I'm Max Pieper, Marquette Wire News.
Man, it hasn't been cold these past few days. Even today, it's been raining all day long. What do you think? Is this rain going to continue?
I'm not really sure, but Jaden might know. Thanks, Sister Will. Let's take a look at the weather. All right, right now it's looking a little cloudy and it's very windy. There is a gale warning on the Milwaukee waves reaching 6 to 9 feet. I would not recommend that. I would not recommend the time to go swimming. It's currently 46 degrees. Precipitation is at 85%. And our winds are in the southeast going 25 miles an hour. All right, for our state overnight lows, we're looking at 42 degrees in Madison, 42 degrees in Green Bay, and 45 degrees in Milwaukee. For our state, for tomorrow's highs, we're looking at 46 degrees in Superior, 65 degrees in Milwaukee, and we're looking at 65 degrees in Madison. All right, for tonight we will see some wind and rain with rainfall totaling near a quarter inch. Better bust out those yellow rain boots, Marquette. The low tonight our low for tonight is at 45 degrees, and we have 90% precipitation with winds southwest at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Tomorrow will be very sunny, getting us our very much needed vitamin D. Our highs are looking at a warm 65 degrees. Humidity will be at 51% with winds coming in at 10 to 20 miles per hour. For our 5-day extended forecast, Friday will be rainy with a high of 49 degrees and a low of 48. Sunday, Monday, we will see some rain and some warmth with temperatures near the 70s. And that's it for the weather. Stay with us, because Charlie Waitkiss will be back with sports right after this.
To Sophia and Gabriel. Even though these old knees can't follow on your adventure to the forest today, these flowers represent my love. These stitches and threads join us together. And wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.com.
Welcome back. I'm Charlie Waitkiss with your Marquette Now Sports Report. News breaks Tuesday night that the Marquette men's basketball team will be adding to its first 2023 recruit, four-star recruit Zayd Lowry. Lowry made the announcement via Twitter. He averaged nearly 16 points per game this past season at Kickapoo High School in Missouri. Additionally, former Loyola New Orleans forward Zach Wrightstill announces his transfer to the Marquette program after 4 seasons with the Wolfpack. Wrightstill is coming off a career year with the Wolfpack, averaging 19 points. He will have 1 year of eligibility remaining under coach Shaka Smart. International standout Ben Gold will also be putting on a Golden Eagles jersey this coming season. Gold traveled along with the NBA Academy Latin America in 2021 to take part in the G League Showcase and becomes the first New Zealand native to sign with an NCAA Division I team. Despite Marquette's recent additions, 2 members of the team have announced their intentions to move on from the program. Sophomore forward Justin Lewis announces that he will be declaring for the 2022 NBA draft while maintaining his college eligibility. Lewis is coming off his best season with the Golden Eagles, leading the squad with just over 16 points a game and nearly 8 rebounds in 32 games this season. With a big leap into his second year, Lewis went on to win the Big East Most Improved Player Award for the 2021-2022 season. Lewis has until June 1st to decide if he will stay with the NBA draft or return to college. Redshirt junior Greg Elliott will also be saying goodbye to Marquette. Elliott announces that he will enter the transfer portal and finish out his college career elsewhere after 5 seasons with the Golden Eagles. Elliott put up career best numbers this season, averaging 7 points and 2 rebounds in 28 games, while also scoring in double figures 6 times. The Marquette women's basketball team is also making moves this offseason. Guard Kenzie Hare announces her commitment to Coach Duffy's squad. She averaged 20 points per game in her senior season at Naperville North High School. That's it for sports, but don't go anywhere. Marquette Now will be right back with our Down to the Wire segment just after this.
Welcome back. I'm Aviral Rajvanshi.
And I'm Azul Romero Rodriguez. Marquette Wire Executive News Editor Megan Werler joins us now for tonight's edition of Down to the Wire.
She's with Bailey Stripling to talk about campus sustainability. Megan?
Thanks, Fiona Azul. Bailey, thanks so much for coming on the show tonight.
Thanks for having me.
So, for Earth Day coming up on this Friday, you wrote an article about 2 kind of climate reports that came out recently. You want to tell us a little bit about those?
So, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change released their 6th assessment report on April 4th. And the main thing that it talked about was that from 2010 to 2019, we had the highest greenhouse gas emissions in human history. And so we need to halve those emissions by 2030 to avoid the worst of climate change and stay under that 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit.
Mm-hmm. And the other report was a little bit more Marquette focused. You want to tell us about that one?
So on April 4th also, Marquette received a STARS report rating. We got bronze for 2022, and we actually had silver from 2013 to 2016.
Well, Bailey, we are short on time tonight, so that is all the time that we do have. I'll send it back to the both of you in Studio 6.
That's our report for tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Aviral Rajvanshi.
And I'm Azul Romero Rodriguez. Remember to check marquettewire.org for all the latest campus news. Good night, Marquette.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to load their minds. Dare to explore. Dare to STEM. Learn more at She Can STEM.
Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.